When it is the 3rd of July 2016, making this update right around noon time, Japan Standard Time. That's about 03 UTC, and we are talking about our rapidly developing, now tropical storm, Nepartak, out here towards the southeast, just south of Guam. You can just see that clear rotation on the satellite imagery. Actually, let's take a look at some of the information as of now, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. And at this time, it has winds of 65 gusting to 95 kilometers per hour. Pressure down to 1,002 hectopascals, down about 5 hectopascals from yesterday when I made a video here. But this is really the current intensity. I know we're all worried about where is this storm system headed and how strong is it going to be getting. Before we get into that, let's talk about the actual intensity of it right now and its overall organization and where it is forming up. Actually, just due south of Guam, kind of moving slowly off here towards the northwest. Some of the outer rain bands already going to be impacting parts of Guam, and actually the Guam National Weather Service has put out a special weather statement for sporadic thunderstorms throughout the rest of Sunday heading into Monday. Also, even over towards the Yap, just here due west, they are warning on the threat of flooding and landslides as this does work its way off there towards the northwest. You could just see some persistent rainfall come down with this, and even the water vapor imagery, you can just see these brighter cloud tops indicating those strong thunderstorms flaring up around the center of circulation. There is a little bit of an upper level low just a little further off here towards the north that might keep it a little bit weaker at first, but once this moves away from that, it is moving into some very warm sea surface temperatures well above 30 degrees Celsius. That will encourage further development of this storm system as it does work its way off there. And you can see here with the ECMWF model, northern circulation just clipping Guam, bringing some thunderstorms here heading through Monday. Also down there towards the south in the Yap, you're getting those scattered showers as it does push by. And then eventually this works its way towards the northwest. And really at this time, anybody from Taiwan, maybe some of the islands here in the Luzon Strait, Miyagi-jima, Okinawa, these are the areas you really need to be watching the closest with this storm system. And specifically, this model actually takes it right over Ishigaki here, these islands just towards the east of Taiwan. Actually, the official track from the Japan Meteorological Agency upgrading it at 00 UTC to Nepartak, our first named storm system of the year. I do want to remind you that actually a near record-breaking late start to the season. Moving towards the northwest slowly, but if we continue to look ahead, I do expect it to upgrade to a typhoon by the 6th of July in the morning hours. So we're looking ahead a couple days, about 72 hours, before this becomes a strong typhoon, and even intensifies more so after that. So definitely going to continue to watch this. JMA, the only ones with a track out on this. JTWC, as of making this, still does not have anything out. They still have that TCFA, so really can't compare it up too much as far as the official tracks, but we can look at some of the models. To get into the model outlook, though, I do want to know, don't look at one specific model, especially when we're talking about long-range forecast 5 days out with this storm still developing. It's really going to leave a wide threat area because the models are really kind of all over the place, even within themselves. The different ensembles are all over the place. So really, as I mentioned, this is just the tropical threat area, and anybody inside this area really needs to be watching this storm system closely. Not saying it will hit you, but not saying that it will completely miss you overall. Let's take a look at some more of the numerical guidance here. And earlier I showed you the ECMWF using that Meteor app, showing a landfall around Ishigaki heading into northern Taiwan. This is the GFS model, excuse me, the NavGem actually we're looking at here. And this actually pulls it a little bit further towards the east. And if you are on the the main island of Okinawa, definitely this is not the model you want if you do not want a typhoon. It actually pulls it right over the island before turning it off there towards the north. Now, this is just this one model, because if we shift this up with the GFS, it actually initializes a little bit further towards the southwest, and it takes in more account with the Westpac High, pulling it over there towards Ishigaki and Miyagi-jima, much like the ECMWF model. So that's what I'm talking about. We have a different outputs here from several of the guidance. Handling this a little bit differently, really all depending on the Westpac high and how strong it is. I think it's going to be fairly set in place here. So I do expect it to move towards the west of Okinawa Honto. How far, that really is yet to be determined. I know JMA has actually been pulling it a little bit further towards the east with their numerical model, not the track, but it's been pulling it over here with the numerical model. I think we can count that out, and somewhere within this region, we're going to be looking at a tropical system, a typhoon likely, in fact. How strong of a typhoon? Well, sea surface temperatures are above average, so we could actually get up to quite a strong status here, and definitely going to be a big rainmaker at the very least, especially if it moves over there closer to Taiwan. I guess good news so far, we haven't had a named storm system, and that's really fantastic news, but at this point, you really should be ready for a tropical system, especially there in Okinawa and over towards Taiwan. The good news also, if you are in the Philippines, it looks like this is probably going to stay well towards your east and north as it pushes by, but it is going to start to pull in that moisture from the southwest, and you could see some additional monsoonal flow already been flooding across parts of Visayas, and this could just enhance that up as it moves by. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, let me know down there in the comment box below. And as always, please stay safe out there. All right.